Okay, so weight training and calisthenics are obviously two different types of training, but unfortunately it's getting to a point where the two are becoming so divided. Like, you have people on one hand being like, oh, AesLetic for life, bruh, and then you got people on the other hand being like, calisthenics for life, bruh. And it's like, why not just merge the two together and make, because if you do it right, if you combine the two right correctly, you can make more gains. I guess this with a long sleeve top, but you know what I'm saying. And from personal experience, I've actually found from combining weight training and calisthenics, I've had a phase where combining the two wrong has obviously led to them not working very well together. And now at the moment I'm currently combining the two, and I've made the most amount of progress I have in the last few months than I really have since I started training. So in today's video I'm going to tell you how you combine weight training and calisthenics in order to get the best of both worlds and make more gains. Okay, so first off, we're going to start with saying what the two build, because they build two different types of strength. So with weight training on one hand, focuses more on building maximal strength, and so that is simply how strong you are in comparison to external loads, so a 1 rep max, bench press, squat, etc. Whereas calisthenics on the other hand builds relative strength, which is simply how strong you are in comparison to your body weight. So as you get stronger and you decrease leverages with simply just your body weight, you are building relative strength. And with these two different types of strengths, maximal strength doesn't really correlate over to relative strength, whereas relative strength will always carry over to maximal strength. But maximal strength can carry over to the relative strength if you do it right, which is what I'm going to explain in this video, like I have said. And so with this said, first of all, you've got to realize if you want to combine weight training and calisthenics, you have to have the two work towards the same goal. Please do not do low reps on one side and then high reps on the other, which is sadly what I've done, and it really doesn't go well. You want to make the two work together like peanut butter on toast, rather than fight with one another like freaking Brussels sprouts on toast. So let's look at calisthenics movements. Calisthenics movements are multi-joint movements simply with your body weight. So this is like the pull-ups, squats, dips, body weight movements, and these movements, it's almost like a whole body movement, as these types of movements require so much core stability and core activation. So what should you do in weight training? You do that. You do exercises that require more strength and stability rather than just the muscles you intend to work. So that can include the standard bodybuilding exercises such as bench press, squats and your rows, but with these movements you want to make sure that they require a lot of core stability. So you want to be just focusing on barbells and dumbbells, free weight movements, because with machines it's not really going to correlate over to the body weight training, the calisthenics. And also with that said, you don't just want to do bodybuilding movements, because there's quite a lot of bodybuilding movements that really won't correlate over to relative strength. So let's say you're working with dumbbells. Instead of doing seated dumbbell shoulder press, why not do it standing and with one arm? So what this is going to do is that not only is it still going to work the targeted muscles, it's also going to require a lot more stability and strength in the core and the lower body, which is what happens when you do a similar type of movement with your body weight. And so hence that is going to correlate over to your body weight training. And so you really never want to be sitting down. Even if you are doing an isolation movement, don't do curls sitting down, do them sitting up, standing up, and curl at the same time, so it puts more stress on your core, so it requires more core activation, so you're going to have to embrace your core as you are curling, and so that will correlate over to bodyweight training, relative strength, as you build maximal strength. And talking about isolation movements, like anything, you want to always be focusing on your compound based movements, and isolation movements should really only be a small portion of your workouts if you do them. And again, you should do both weight training and calisthenics. When it comes to isolation movements, do a bit of both and apply the tips like I've said. So just all you really want to do, right, okay, you want to make the weight training exercises correlate over to the calisthenics movements, and that is by making your movements in the gym, in the weight room, compound based, and exercises that require more synergist muscles, stability muscles. And so you are going to be replicating more of the fundamental movement patterns that you do when doing bodyweight training. As well as this, calisthenics will also help build explosiveness and functional strength. And so you want to make the two work together so that you are not only building muscle, but strength and athleticism. Aesthetic and athletic. And so yeah, I mean, do not limit yourself to just one form of training. You can do both. If you combine the two together successfully, then not only can you progress well in both types of training, you can get the best of both worlds by doing, so for example, you could do weight training aspects that will correlate over to calisthenics, but you can't actually do that aspect when it comes to just bodyweight training, and vice versa. So yeah, that's the video. That is all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this helped. If this helped, let me know. So if you found this video helpful and you have yourself gained success by combining both weight training with calisthenics, give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Stay tuned for future content, and as always, I will see you all next time.